I got taught by the #1 coach in Chivalry 2. So this guy is the #1 coach for Chivalry 2. He's a well-known and respected member of the community who has a history of winning tournaments, guys. Alright, I will leave a link to his page in the description. I highly recommend you go check him out.
Hey man, what's up?
What up, man?
Here's what we can go ahead and do. Let's hop into, let's hop into 1191.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just get started with a few duels just so I can kind of see where you're at.
Alright. Oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, but I mean here, like I'll use my spear.
Yeah, use whatever you feel like you want to improve with.
The weapon I want to get better with is, I think, Messer. Messer a great sword for sure. You ready?
Yep.
Oh man. Yikes. Nope. Oh, come on. Nope. No.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just...
If you want to try to start learning some Messer techniques, we can switch to that. I can definitely show you some.
For sure.
If you want to keep on one-handed spear, that's alright too, I guess. I can work with it.
No, I think I would rather get better with the Messer.
Okay,
like
that's perfectly fine. It's one of my best.
I'm also not the best stamina. Like I'll lose off just based off stamina a lot of the times. Like I don't know, is that because of my crouching? I mean, I know it doesn't come...
Well, I'll say this. You shouldn't be crouching like that.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, if you were to jump right now and then crouch, you'll see.
Right.
Stamina does not go back up.
Right.
And that is definitely going to affect your stamina a lot.
Right.
And that's something a lot of players have is they'll, you know, when they're doing a big spin or something, they'll crouch. And
right.
It can just really crutch, and it also telegraphs. So,
right.
You know, if I'm gonna, what a lot of, you know, better players are gonna understand is that a lot of people like to, you know, when they're going for a big spin, they'll crouch because I don't know why. I don't know. But regardless, it telegraphs it. It usually says, okay, this guy's about to spin. Let me not early counter.
Right.
So crouching can add a lot of holes to your gameplay for a couple of reasons, but those are the big ones. Other than that, you're throwing out a lot of heavies. I want to definitely duel you more on Messer, but one thing I will say in general is that you don't want to be feinting, you don't want to be heavying a crazy amount. You know, your base should really just be the normal attacks.
Really?
You want to maintain stamina. Mix-ups, like feints, are really something that are supposed to be used after the opponent is conditioned for a good amount of time.
Right. So, like, when you say conditioned, you mean like I'm doing like a regular slash 4 times in a row and then I do a heavy overhead? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, essentially what conditioning is you're trying to trick your opponent. You're trying to lull them into a pattern and then completely switch it up.
Right.
Sometimes it's via their stamina. Obviously, you know, if I hit you with 4 heavy riposts on a weapon that does a lot of stand damage, I can kind of count, you know, on you're going to counter the next one because you're pretty low on stamina.
Right.
So that's when I would, you know, feint it, drag it out, provoke an early counter. You can't counter feint because you're low on stamina. It gets you, you know?
Right.
Simple as that. Simple conditioning like that and having a good understanding of it can definitely improve one's gameplay a tremendous amount, in my opinion. Regardless, back to the whole heavying and such, your base attacks, yeah, you should be throwing them out maybe 70% of the fight. You can tell when someone's low in stamina the more you play, just by the amount that they're countering, and also some people when they get low in stamina, they like to jab and kick a lot more.
Right.
So that can be kind of a telltale sign. And that's when you want to start opening up.
Gotcha.
Now, you know, when you get your opponent lower from that as a result, you don't want to throw all your cards out. You don't want to, you know, become too aggressive and get yourself killed or hit or whatever. You just want to maintain that same composure until they tire themselves out again.
I probably start 80% of my duels doing a spin 360 special. Is that not a great way to start a fight against somebody like you?
Generally, I'd say no. Usually you want to start off most fights with your quickest attack, so you know, a stab or an Accel.
So like this is not a good way to start a fight.
No, probably not. I don't. Listen, I mean, it can work if your opponent is just gonna take the block. Then
Right.
no harm, no foul, I guess.
But I feel like the
But
punish.
there's just so many ways that can go wrong.
Right, and then I'm immediately down stamina. I got hit for free, and so.
And some people will just distance it and then get a free hit off on you.
Which I think you did in the very first duel we did.
I might have, yeah.
I think I did it with Battle Axe, and you immediately punished. So.
I try to stay away from specials just in general. I mean, I know some people that can hit them pretty well consistently, and certain one-hand specials can be really good for, like putting pressure on, stamina pressure.
Right.
But on a weapon like a Messer or like a Battle Axe, where it's the under, like the under sweep, and then it's like with Battle Axe it's the overhead. I mean, those are pretty readable, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if the person you're fighting has enough discipline, they can either jab you out of it or they can just completely gamble you.
Right.
Some people are going to get scared by that and they might block, or they might even drop their block and you can hit them. So it can work sometimes, but at high level gameplay, it's not a risk that you necessarily want to take. Mm-hmm. Obviously, when you get to that level in duels, you know, if you can be unorthodox to a certain extent, it can actually work in your favor. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen some pretty close fights and some pretty close sets end because someone did something that had not been done the entire fight.
Right.
You know, there's been times where I know how I play, and I know that I don't slash to slash a decent amount. I really don't in fights. It's not something I like to do because I feel like it's incredibly easy to gamble a slash to slash. But there's been times where it's been, you know, I've been doing a 1st to 5 and it's been 4 to 4, you know, match point. Tensions are high. We're both one shot. You know, I can paint you the picture. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I'll throw out a slash to slash. Hasn't been thrown out the entire fight. My opponent isn't expecting it at all, and I get the kill because of it. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously you have to kind of be patient and be disciplined with with an unorthodox attack like that. But regardless, it can really end up working in your favor if you time it correctly.
Right. Yeah, but maybe you could just do a couple duels and see. I think your mic's bugging out, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just because my mic is like low on battery or whatever.
You want to just do a couple duels and kind of see where you feel I'm at with Messer, and
yeah,
maybe you can just give me some pointers. I mean, like I said, I spin a lot. I don't know if that's the reason I lose duels.
I mean, with the spins, you can really be your own worst enemy. I spin a pretty decent amount, to be honest with you, but not like you. So right. We'll see what we can do about that, and I want to keep that playstyle that you have fun with, obviously. I don't want you to be, even if you get better, I don't want you to be bored playing. If you want to spin, I can help you spin just at a more effective rate, I think.
Right.
So, let's go ahead and try.
Alright. Ooh, nice. Oh! Ooh. I don't know how that didn't hit. Oh, I'm dead.
Okay, so indulge me for a second here. Think it would be in your best interest to never start a fight with a spin. The spins normally are okay, but when you're starting a fight and we're both in neutral, a spin is like your worst nightmare. The only spin that I would recommend you do in neutral is just a basic, like kind of windmill. That can work sometimes.
So so just like turn and then move like that?
Yeah, so move forward towards the opponent, and then do a quick little oh, sorry, I messed it up. Do a quick little windmill spin, and I mean that can sometimes work, but if I'm being honest with you, it can be risky,
Right. Like I said, my playstyle is pretty gambly, and so the fight will usually end pretty quick. And that's probably just why I lose.
I'd say one thing is, even though you spin a lot, it is pretty important to just try to keep your eyes on me at all times. Oh, nice.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
I'm dead. Oh! Yeah,
We had a lot of whips there.
Yeah, you're definitely better than me, without a doubt.
I'd say one thing is you were really thirsting for that jab there. You want to be careful with that. If you can't get it, don't go for it. You know?
Well, and I think that's one of my biggest flaws is I'll go for a jab to try to get initiation back, but I always get punished. You did it to me twice there, I think.
I believe so, yeah. So, I mean, I jabbed you, and then you went to jab me back.
Right.
And then I hit an Accel right in your face.
Right.
You just gotta kind of be more patient with your jabs. It's okay if you want to jab someone back, but don't do it immediately. Try to close whatever distance they may be trying to create, and then jab.
And then jab. So maybe I'm just jabbing a little bit too early.
I think so, and that's what that's like what 90% of the base does when they like jabbing like that. The problem isn't them jabbing; it's because they're jabbing too early and they're leaving themselves open to get punished. If you can just be a little bit more patient with them, you'll get punished less and you'll hit more.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely try that this time. Oops. Nice.
Oh, very nice. That was good. Be careful with the crouch overhead, I'd say.
You think so?
It doesn't make it go out any quicker.
Really?
Look down when you doesn't.
Oh, wow. I always thought that crouching when looking down made it go quicker.
Looking down will, but crouching will not.
It doesn't change it at all?
Nope. Not at all.
Then I did
The animation makes it look as if. But really looking down is your best bet. If you crouch when you overhead, all it's going to do is telegraph it. I mean, if you look, if I do this, and then this, it comes out at the same time.
I see.
It's mostly hitboxes.
Oops.
Nice.
So I waited a little bit?
It was a little bit better, yeah. That time you didn't. That time you did not.
So I waited on the jab that other time, but I literally went back to...
Yeah, it's okay.
It's in my muscle memory, so it's just like, I have to think about it, and I wasn't thinking about it there.
Now that you're understanding at least that it's a problem,
right?
To get this guy out of here, it's gonna slowly fix itself.
I'm curious. Do you typically chain attacks? Like, do you start one and then already input the next one?
So yeah, it's pretty easy to just chain attacks because if I'm gonna chain an attack, I know that I can just block out of it. And it's honestly kind of a way to catch gambles. So if I hit you and then I start chaining another attack, let's say you immediately go for some crazy, feint to heavy, I just let it fly and it hits you. Let's say you try to Accel me, I quickly cancel it and block, perfectly fine. Or let's say I hit you and I start chaining, I start walking away, you go to jab me, I range you. It's relatively safe and it's a good way to set yourself up for even another hit afterwards.
Ooh, nice. Oh, I just did it again. Okay, I see what you're saying about the jab. Oh.
Yeah, it becomes more apparent when you realize it.
Yeah. I've never really sat down and watched myself on replay. But yeah, I'm seeing what you're talking about. That's like the 5th time I think I've gone in for a jab and have gotten killed for it.
It's happened a couple times now, yeah, but it's all good. Don't worry. So, you are heavying a lot.
Is that
I think
is that bad? I mean, I know you told me to do like most of my attacks just regular swings, right? No charging up or anything, no wind up.
I'll say this: probably the spins that I have the most success rate on are ones that aren't even heavied. They're just
Okay.
light spins because they throw you off. They throw everyone off.
Right.
Obviously, I mean it's kind of all relative, but you know what I'd say. Oh man, I'm gonna switch servers. Fucking Dumb and Dumber over here. Excellent.
Man.
That's part of the coaching.
For sure.
Oh, they're all doing it. Yeah, we gotta switch servers.
Great.
We're in a server full of people trying to kill us. Oh man. I discovered your YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago because the KoV Alikine.
Right.
Like, we should give this guy some love.
It's funny because he had just messaged me like literally like 2 minutes ago. He had said hello. I thought it was you sending me the server we were going to, but yeah, it was him.
He's an excellent player as well.
Right.
I've coached him a few times, and I would consider him a pretty good friend. I'm happy that I'm able to kind of teach newer players, you know.
Right.
Because I have people that buy my coaching and come to me for coaching that are level 20, you know, and have an interest in playing competitive, have an interest in winning tournaments, but don't know where to start.
Right.
And I'm happy that I can kind of be that guiding light for them. You know, it feels amazing.
Hats off to you, man. Thanks for being like that resource for people, you know.
There was a Metafy coach before me on Shiv, and
know.
we lost him, and he coached me. He's a very good friend of mine, Mr. Dave. I edited some of his videos even back in the day. We worked very closely at times, and I miss him every day. And I'm kind of happy that I'm able to be his predecessor, you know, and fill the giant boots that he once left. I'll never be able to, because he was amazing at everything he did. But it's happy, you know, I'm happy at least giving it a try.
For sure, man. We all miss Dave.
Enough of the theatrics. Let's get back into the coach.
Let's do it, man.
Oh, I messed that up.
Oh, I'm doing heavies again.
Oh, very nice. Very nice gamble.
Yeah, thank you.
If you can make that read, there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest with you. Some people downplay their gameplay because they gamble a lot. I mean, if you're actively reading it, then there's nothing wrong with it, really.
I mean, you definitely have opened up my eyes as far as the jabbing.
You're welcome.
So thank you for that.
I do wanna talk about something else here. What's your stance on drags and Accels? Where are you at with those?
Yeah, so I'll always be pretty much accelerating or dragging. So if I do a heavy, I'll start by just staring at you, right? And I'll do my best to try to turn the opposite direction, to try to just barely hit you at the edge of that window. I mean, every weapon's different, obviously, but I'm certainly not the best at it, but I try to incorporate it, especially when I'm spinning, you know?
Of course.
But
so, I mean, what I'll say is, and I tell everybody this because some people will telegraph their drags, so I like to kind of tell this to every student that I have, to be honest with you, is you want to kind of conceal them as much as you can. So obviously, you want to, when you're in the wind-up stage, you kind of want to just keep looking at your opponent, and then once it releases, you want to drag it out. So you really just want to be dragging out at the last possible second.
Right.
Because if you're doing this, it's pretty obvious what you're doing.
You think rainbow dragging's bad?
I think that it can be bad if the opponent can anticipate it, and most people can. It becomes pretty, once you get past that mid-tier point, it becomes pretty apparent what this is.
Right.
Obviously. And you're going to look to late counter it as a result. I've had a very high success rate with my drags, kind of concealing them as much as I can. 99% of Shift 2 at the high level, point is mind games and trickery. It's less of my drag is bigger, less of big drags, it's less of crazy spins. Obviously, spins can be a part of that, of course, but regardless, it's mind games. It really is. anticipation is key, but also being able to adapt on the fly is very important when it comes to improving at Shiv consistently.
So what do you think about doing like a first to 5 and then just like we don't have to go over every fight, but just kind of at the end of it you can just let me know, your thoughts on it, what I can improve on, and then we can end it there.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna play like how I would normally play for this, I think, and then we'll just go from there. So I'm sorry if the spinning gets annoying.
Okay, man.
You'll probably still kick my. Let's do it,
All
man.
good.
Nice. No. Oh no.
Zero to 1.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm seeing what you're talking about, like with the heavies, and I mean, obviously the spinning is not helping. I mean, that's also just part of my play style, so.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm dead.
0 to 2.
I mean, in your opinion, what is the best weapon in the game? Is it longsword, or is it messer, or is it something else?
That's a tough question, to be honest with you. I think right now in competitive duels,
Is it heavy mace?
Heavy mace is very good. It is. I think that if you're talking about the best weapon would probably be a weapon that any player could pick up and have a big boost in skill.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say heavy mace probably fits that criteria. You can definitely crutch on heavy mace for a very long time starting out, just because of how ridiculous it is. I'd say messer is up there. I'd say battle axe is probably up there.
Mm-hmm.
Greatsword, Danax. I'm naming too many. You said the best, but
Right.
all of those
Well,
are very good options.
Right, and that's kind of how I had it on the tier list. That video I had made. I had like 10 weapons in S tier.
Let's get back into it.
Oh my gosh. I just did it again.
0 to 3.
I tried jabbing you 3 times.
You did.
And I missed 3 times because I'm assuming you're backing up while you're spinning, right?
Out
Okay.
Of it, yeah.
I'm getting wrecked by footwork.
Let me know when you want me to start trying.
I'm gonna try now. Let's go.
Turn the monitor on. Ooh.
1 to 3.
Oh, let's
very
go.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, we're trying to win the Western League right now, even though most of us are East players. So we're gonna try to win it.
Come on. I'm dead. Oh. What am I doing?
1 to 4.
What am I doing?
Come on, I don't think I was that way.
Play a little bit smarter. Less heavies. Oh, nice. What? No! Oh, wow.
Oh no!
Oh, come on, man. Oh, and then he left. He disconnected after.
That was an attack.
You just got targeted, bro. Oh man, not looking good. Uh-oh. Nice.
Well fought, man. Well
Nice,
fought.
nice, man. Your pointers have been really helpful, and I for sure didn't realize I had a jabbing problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it takes an outside perspective.
Can we do one with where I use spear, my
Oh,
main
okay,
weapon?
okay.
You have good footwork. Nice. There it is again. I jabbed. Nice. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for giving me these free tips, man. I'll definitely give you a shout out. Guys, if you ever need some coaching, definitely go to Froz. You anything you want to say, Froz?
Trying to help the community get better, and I do appreciate Mr. Ken for being so responsive to getting the coaching and whatnot. It's been a great time coaching him. Subscribe to his channel. He's a great content creator, and I think he'll only get better now.
Right.
I think that's it.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, guys, like you said, make sure if you need some coaching, go to him. There's always room to improve, no matter where you think you are. Froz definitely showed me that I have room to improve. So, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Alrighty, guys, that is gonna wrap up the video. If you want to get some coaching from Froz, Metafy.gg, I will leave a link in the description below. Go to his page. He has everything here. You can see all the stuff that he offers. I highly recommend you guys get coached by him. He's an awesome person, and I will see you guys in the next one.